we'll get started. We'd like to welcome the 2021 winner of the Barracuda Championship, Erik van Rooyen. Erik, you've won all over the world, and now you've won on the PGA Tour. If we can get your thoughts.
Oh, a lot of thoughts. Obviously, this was, in my mind, kind of the next step, for what I wanted to achieve. I've got big dreams and aspirations, and winning on the PGA Tour was certainly part of that list. I'm really, really happy.
I think there will be a tree on the 18th hole that you'll never forget. If you can take us through that hole and the break that you got on the last.
Yeah, massive break. There's a little move in my swing that I've been working on probably for the last 3 months, and it just helps me square up the face. And that was kind of my swing thought on that last hole is just get that thing square. And I obviously overdid it a little bit and hooked it unintentionally, but luckily the tree was there and I got the break. And when it's your week to win, those kind of things go your way. So it obviously was my week, so I'm really happy.
Talk a little bit about this format. You made some progress there with the eagle on 8, birdie
Sure.
on 9, but just talk about how much you love the format this week.
Yeah, it's really fun. It almost leans itself for slightly more aggressive play. The golf course is such where it's got a couple of short par 4s as well. The par 5s are all gettable, so making eagles is massive. I think I made 2 this week. 8 was a massive bonus today. And then if you make a bogey, you only lose 1 point, and a birdie's with +2. So you've kind of almost got pedal down the whole week, and I did a great job of that.
You came into the week 139 in the FedEx Cup. You have a huge jump now, and then also a 2-year exemption on the tour. What does that mean to you?
It's massive. It's massive. It's been a difficult sort of 18 months for me golf-wise. I haven't been playing well. There's been glimpses of it the last 6 months, but I haven't been able to put 4 good rounds together. So I was well aware of the position I was in going into the playoffs, knowing that I've only got 8 rounds left to make that cut. And to win here this week, under the conditions, the pressure that I was under, it's just, I'm going to take so much confidence from this.
Yeah, 6 out of 7 missed cuts coming in.
Yeah.
You talked about it's been a tough go for you.
Yeah.
So just talk a little bit how this changes that going forward.
Well, it just, I think, reiterates that patience is key, and winning needs to sort of fall into your lap. I was forcing things there for a long time, and ironically with this game, when you do that, it kind of tends to go the other way. You have to let things happen and let things come to you. And again, I've started sort of seeing glimpses of good golf. However, I wasn't making cuts. I played really well at the 3M for about 3 days, and just went home last week, rested, and came in here with a lot of confidence, regardless of what the results showed. And obviously, I pulled together 4 really good rounds this week.
16 points today. What was the biggest key to your final round?
Just staying in the present, really. You hear it every time from us golfers, but that's really the key. I haven't won on the PGA Tour yet. It's such a massive goal. All those things can go through your mind. Obviously, being 139 on the FedEx Cup list, that's on my mind. All of that. So, I just stayed so patient. I saw that Andrew Putnam got off to a really, really quick start. He was at like 45 points pretty early on. And there's really nothing I could do about that. I've got to put one foot in front of the next, and I did that. And then, the eagle on 8 was just a massive boost, and then that one on 9 to go in as well. Then you've got so much momentum going into this back line, and that par on 12 was also massive. Obviously, the lie for my 3rd shot was kind of tricky, and I just didn't quite get it over the lip, but to up and down for par there was just a massive momentum builder, and I played really well coming in.
The state of South African professional golf is strong right now.
Yeah.
Louis is playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Higo winning recently.
Mm-hmm.
Did their recent success motivate you this week?
Yes and no. you know, Garrick has got such a bright future ahead of him. He's played some exceptional golf the last 2 years, and then winning there in Congaree. And Louis, obviously, someone that I've always looked up to, and I've played a lot of golf with him, you know, the last year or so. Ever since my wife and I moved back to the US, you know, we live nearby each other, and I think as a whole, we are quite motivated in general. You know, Ernie, for me at least, was really the one that set the tone from a South African perspective. Obviously Gary playing guys before him, but Ernie and Retief were really the heroes that I look up to, and they set the tone for us, and there's so many great players coming through at the moment because of that.
Have any of those guys given you any advice over the last couple months where you've been struggling a little bit?
No, not really. However, from the outside, it was really cool for me just to pay attention to how Louis goes about his stuff, you know, and even Charles really played well the last couple of weeks as well, and the last couple of months, to just see a sort of a rebirth of his game is great. But Louis, you know, he's so good on the golf course, and the way he handles himself, his calm demeanor, his patience, that's really something I took away from him. You know, we all know he's a fantastic ball striker, but the way he handles himself, that's really something I wanted to copy, and it's something I look up to.
Not only did your life change from winning on the tour, but a month ago your life changed as well. What does this win mean to you, knowing that Valerie is around?
Yeah, shame. She's obviously still way too small to have any understanding of what just happened. But you know, my wife's been my rock. She's been absolutely amazing, and she's been pretty much a single parent for 3 out of the last 4 weeks. You know, ever since we had her. Her parents were there for a week when I was playing the British Open. But I've been gone for 3 out of the last 4 weeks, so she's, you know, like I mentioned earlier, this one goes out to my wife Rose and to little Valerie.
Talk a little bit about how much the week you enjoyed the week. Lake Tahoe, I believe you stayed there. Just talk a little bit about this area as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and everybody says that about California in general, you know, but it really is stunning. And where we stayed at Incline Village, it's probably about a 35-minute drive, and what was nice about it is just some time to switch off and listen to some music. And I stayed with some cool guys, in Chris Ventura and Wyndham Clark, and my caddy Alex and his brother Austin, and it was just a nice group of guys. So to get away from the golf course and have a barbecue and stare at the lake, it doesn't really get much better than that.
Your caddy got a Rolex from the tournament for the win, so he said you don't have to buy him one.
well, I'm sponsored by Mega, and I've always hinted that I want to get him one, and he's never been sort of too chuffed about the idea, but now he seems like a happy man, so I guess I'm off the hook.
And then how will you guys celebrate tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I enjoy brandy and Coke, so I'm sure 1 or 2 will go down after this. I've got an 11 p.m. flight out to the Wyndham, so we'll have to plan and see what we want to do. But regardless of what happens tonight, I mean, this is going to stay with me for a while.
Erik, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.